What are your thoughts on the match?
Well, it's going to be an important one. I'll put it that way. Both teams are looking for points. You know, our home form hasn't been good, so we definitely want to correct that. So it has all the makings of a very, very exciting big match.
Especially on the road, Carl traditionally makes his teams very, very difficult to score against. What goes into picking apart a back line like that and then smashing in a couple goals?
Well, it's a couple of things. I mean, obviously, if you can get in transition before they have time to set up, then yes, that's your first objective. Then if you establish possession in their part of the field, then you got to find that balance of being patient, you know, trying to stretch them in different areas, stretch them widthwise, find little pockets in between the lines. And, you know, I think we have players that can play in between the lines and make an impact that way. So, you know, well, and the third one is set pieces. You know, getting them on a set piece. They've got some big guys, but you know, can we be clever? Can we work on a couple things and surprise them? That always helps.
You have a lot of options with what you can do with the attack, personnel-wise and formation-wise, with Raul in the fold now. What's just the process been like this week, trying to figure out the best way to get everybody on the field?
Well, what you have to remember is, yes, let me answer the first part of that question. Yes, I'm extremely pleased. The coaching staff is pleased to have more options. It's good to have. And you see the training rhythm is a little bit sharper, a little bit crisper because Raul's here and everybody is, you know, everybody wants to play. So, you know, when you're talking about Raul, how do you use him? We start him, bring him off the bench. You know, he's only had 4 training days, four, maybe 5 with tomorrow training days. So how do you incorporate that? You know, the road results were pretty good on the road. So are you rewarding that group of players that you know, is undefeated in 3? So certainly some questions that we have to answer, but you'll definitely see them in the game.
Speaking of options, looks like the team's getting pretty healthy. What's the status of the team health-wise, specifically Román?
Román's full. He's in full. No issues there.
Chad Marshall, did he seem limited at any point?
Nope, not limited. It's all good.
How nice is it having Vancouver coming off long travel week, fixture congestion, playing yesterday on the road in Montreal?
Well, that was a talking point for Chicago as well. So we're throwing that out the window. They played a reserve game, a reserve lineup there. So
Coach,
it's MLS.
Coach, I know you're not one to look beyond the match that's immediately in front of you, but your next 3 Western Conference games are all against teams that are below the red line. Does that add to the importance of these games, or are they all already must-wins?
They're already important games just based on our own place in the standings. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We are looking at Vancouver, figuring out ways how to come up with a good game plan and win that game. Then we'll focus on San Jose and the rest of the crew.
When somebody like Kim has been playing as well as he has, and you get your big name player, your starter, Román, back, how do you handle that?
Well, it's competition. Guys that are performing well in training and games will get the starts. Obviously, it's 3 games in 1 week, so there'll be opportunities that present themselves to players, and they have to take hold of those opportunities. The competition is healthy. The competition is good. It drives the group, and you know, if Román is better, then he plays. If Kim is better, then he'll play.
In that similar sense, how is Clint kind of going to be taken in consideration as being a role player?
No, he's the same. You know, on the road, how we use Clint, I mean, he has every chance of starting as well as the rest of them. You know, it's almost like it's preseason again. We got one new player plus some guys coming back from the World Cup. We have to figure out how all that works.